This is Brother Carter with Tasteful and Toxic. I also have my lovely wife with me.
Val.
Hey, Val. Be sure and tune in to us every Wednesday morning at 8 a.m.
Don't sleep on us, baby. Get up, get your coffee. Tune in.
We love you. God bless you. We'll see you Wednesday.
Welcome back. It is Wednesday morning at 8 a.m. and welcome to Tasteful and Toxic.
All right.
Me and Anna hosted the show last week.
Part one.
Part one. And we kind of killed it. So Brother Carter has to host it again.
Okay.
So we're going to do part two, talking about fake people. Because we all know a fakey fake.
Fakey fake?
Fakey fake, girl.
Well, do you know somebody fake?
I think I can be a little fake, but I also know fake people.
Fake people, are they jealous people also?
I think so. I think they're insecure. So my name is Abigail.
Okay.
I have Anna with me. We're hosting today. And then, of course, we have Mr. C, LC, Brother Carter, the man, the one, the only, Lawrence Carter.
All right.
Yeah.
He's typically your host, but I'm taking over because I'm toxic.
And his co-host.
And his beautiful, vivacious
Come on.
co-host, Miss Valerie Carter.
All right, then she is in the house. All right.
And then we have joining us also the lovely Christina Price. You know her. You know her.
guys.
She kills it every time. She brought us desserts today, so she's already on our good side, but she's up there even more now. She's
Yes.
She brought tasty treats today.
Yes.
And then we of course have my friend Molly on with us today, Miss Molly Gilmore.
And I brought nothing.
She's bringing the smoke.
She brought
Yes.
the spunk. That's all we need.
Yes.
Little Miss Polly Pocket Barbie herself.
Miss Molly. If it wasn't for Miss Molly, we wouldn't have the smiles on our face today. Molly,
Yeah, you really did.
She brought the sun rays.
She has an
and
infectious
that
energy.
pink dress she have on with the sparks all
Yes.
in it. Damn, man, she just brought the brightness.
That's the first thing I noticed when I walked in. I was like, oh my God.
And then you know what? It's just such an honor when you see people that just show up. She's excited about being here.
Yeah.
As her clothes said. So thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, I love when people are excited to come on to our shows because I think sometimes let's start with the fake people now.
Okay.
I think some
Talk about it.
people, you know, they see a platform, they see that we reach out to them and they do no research. They don't look into what we do, what we're about. They don't watch a single show, but they're eagerly coming on, coming on with talking about, oh, well, I'm doing this, this, and that because they want to, they see our platform, they see 80,000 subscribers and they want a piece of that. But that's the wrong intentions. You should come wanting to contribute to this, and when you pour into something, it'll pour back into you.
You see that? Like I just poured into this
That's
glass.
right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And watch how the glass pour into me.
But Abby, would you call that fake or just immature?
I think it's both. I think it can be fake because they come on saying they're coming on with the right intent. I'm not even just talking about this show. I'm talking about any opportunity you have.
Yeah.
If you're taking an opportunity when it's purely self-serving and you don't think I can contribute to this too, I think that's fake.
Yeah.
I think it's immature too, though.
So that's an opportunity. Put the ness at the end of it.
Opportunity-ness.
No, opportunist.
Opportunist. That is a real word.
Yeah.
I think it like you said, it is twofold because I think you are being fake with yourself if you think that you're going to show up on something and you're not really trying to pour into that something. You're coming because I can get something out of it. And you know what? You're leaving just like you came because you came to take versus to give. Right. So you are fake. You're faking your own self out.
Yeah.
You come with nothing.
Yeah. We also talked, I think, right before the show started about how fakeness can come from insecurity.
Yes.
There's so many people who aren't okay with who they are, so that's why they're putting up a front.
Yeah.
They hate themselves.
Yeah.
And it's so, and I hate to say it, but it's true. These people who, and I know I made a joke earlier, I believe in putting on different personas in a way, right? Like you're gonna act a certain way maybe around your family, at church, which I said last week. You're gonna act a little bit different depending who you're around. That's normal. That's fine.
Yeah.
But
Don't lose the core of who you are.
Don't lose the core of who you are. If you feel like you have to change who you are as a person to fit somewhere, you're not meant to be there.
Yeah.
You're in a different puzzle.
Exhausting to me, to be fake.
Yeah.
That take a lot of energy to be a something that you're not.
Well, I think some people are taking it to a different level when you say you have to, you can't be. You know how some people you know your audience, so you can't I can't walk into a conference with a bunch of attorneys and just start sparking off stuff that can possibly get me in some trouble or someone else in trouble. Right? So know your audience, that's one thing. But trying to put on different faces depending on if I'm walking in a room and I'm the only minority in the room. So now I think I got to act like I'm this Caucasian person to make myself fit and I look like an idiot. Be
People
who you
see
are.
right through
they
it,
see
too.
right through
Yeah.
it. So you have to learn to be okay with yourself, but also you need to also be aware of the audience. So you just can't go running your mouth off saying anything.
But you can be different people by being, like you said, your natural self at the end of the day. It's like if I go to church, if I'm in a church setting, that's still going to be the core of who I am as I praise God, because that is the fabric of who I am.
Right.
If I go to a work setting, I choose my words properly when I'm in a work setting because they can be offensive to somebody. So I can't just be the street me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's there. Streets.
Yeah. And so, like you said, depending on, I guess, your audience, it don't mean you fake, but when you fake, I believe what you're talking about is somebody putting on something that they're not.
Well, I think a prime example of that is sometimes church folks. I think that they feel that they're putting, and I'm not here to lay judgment or whatever, but sometimes we can be so holy and so fake that we are drawing people away from the very thing you're trying to pull them into. So if you're the only way you can be is be this person that you've never went through anything, everything that you do is perfect, you never use any bad words, you know what I'm saying? Then that's not real. You've had a life before you got to this place.
Yeah.
And so for me, that's fake.
And that's okay to evolve, I believe, if you evolve in God.
Yes.
But when you evolve into a place where you saying, I can't be around those people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because they drink or whatever, and these are your own
People.
family members or
Yeah.
whatever.
Friends.
I think that's where you're going too far.
Yeah.
Because
And
just because that's what they do
Yeah.
doesn't mean that that's what you have to
you
do.
can
Now,
still
if they
be
over there
young,
acting a fool and cutting up and causing,
Yeah, I'm not
That's-
going to somewhere where I know they're going to be shooting and carrying on.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we ain't trying to do that.
One of my things for fake people are the ones that, when people go through that phase of just being fake and authentic, that a lot of them, I have sympathy for them because they're trying to find themselves
Right,
and they're
they
just
do.
really they're battling with identity.
Yeah.
Of course.
But for me, it's the people who act differently with you pertaining to who they're around.
Oh, that's a good
like
one.
that-
I like that.
That I don't respect.
That's
Yes.
a big thing,
Yeah.
kind of like
love
on
that.
TikTok. Like people will do kind of memes where they'll say like POV, your best friend, when a guy's around, and she's normal with you, and then the second a boy's around, she's like picking at you, making fun
Right,
of you,
yes.
or
Yeah, that
talking in the
is-
baby voice, acting dumb. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I do
You
want
want
to
to
ask.
slap her.
Right, I'm like,
We're not about violence. You know, you're talking.
I do want to ask you, Molly, because as we talked about, you're a lawyer, and I think
Yes, she is.
you have the Legally Blonde effect, where like we wouldn't necessarily look at you and think lawyer. So do you think people act differently around you because they actually don't know how educated you are?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
How do you deal with that?
Oh, I would.
That's good.
Just love it. Because okay, go ahead. You answer the question.
No, you're
I think that you have such an advantage over people because people would automatically, as she said, beautiful. People would think intelligent, you're bubbly. So the first thing people would think bubbly, oh, she's probably just a pretty girl because you're very pretty. There's nothing in between. So then they come in and you see them
Pretty girls rock.
Yeah, and so they see you as this person that's all fun, party girl, all of that. But then you're sitting back, they're exposing themselves to you. And so now you're seeing the core of who that person is.
Yes.
And now you have the advantage to determine whether or not you even want to vibe with them.
Yes,
If I'm about
I
to
think
eat you
that's-
alive.
Yes.
I think that's
that's the thing. They see a package, right?
Yeah.
They see something and they make some.
No, don't water it down. They see the total package.
The total package,
Yeah.
right? They see all this. But yeah, so right, that comes with different assumptions and different approaches with how people may think like, okay, I'm going to interact with this person in one way without understing. Like there's actually, right? Like I'm actually, like I hope I'm a deep person.
Yeah,
I hope I have like, more to me than just what's on the outside. So kind of like with the toxic, with the fake people.
You more than the silly, giggly girl that you hear on the outside.
But then I wonder, like, am I being fake?
No, that's not who she is on the outside. That's the core of who she is.
Right.
So what people think that's all
Seeing
she
that,
is.
yeah.
You understand? Because the core of what I think you are is just this fun, light, laughable person that just love everybody.
It's her personality.
But people think that's where it starts and ends.
Yeah.
And it's so much more, and that's why I said advantage.
And then criminal law, right?
Oh my God.
Yeah, so that
I would kill him in
only
that.
imagine.
I would, baby, just drop that in.
When we talk about people being fake, like
it's hard to accept like a comedian. You see a comedian all the time, and then he'll get on a serious movie. It's hard to accept him on a
serious, for sure.
You know?
Yeah.
Because we're used to seeing you all right?
You're not supposed to say what's going on over
No,
here.
I'm just saying you okay.
Yeah, my
Okay.
popped out. Yeah.
I want to have Anna speak too. So Anna, tell us about your experience with fake people. Have you ever been fake, or do you have like a story you want to tell?
I want to answer that question.
Well, I struggle with being fake like very young, right? I was trying to fit in high school and everything because I was bullied and everything. So I was like always trying to kind of like cater to those people, right? To the
exactly
kids
what I
in
was
school and everything. And then one day in my childhood, I think something decided for me, like, you know what, you don't need to do that. So I just started hanging out by myself, and I started having much more fun times. And then now adulthood, I had to deal with fake friends from college, right? So like they posted up this nice picture, right? Everything. I had a college roommate and everything living downtown, and she was so fake, like in a way that she didn't even tell me that the guy that kept coming around to our apartment was her sugar daddy to that point. And she even married this guy, had a whole kid with this guy.
Wow.
And from the beginning, I could not understand. And she wasn't upfront. She was, oh, he's our friend, whatever. I'm like, no, he's paying for your
He's
stuff.
paying for your lifestyle.
And like, one time he even called me because she locked him out of the apartment.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, oh. But yeah, fake people rub me the wrong way. And you can see it from a mile away.
Have you ever been fake?
As
an adult?
As an adult now, no, not really.
I have.
I have too.
Let me just tell you, as an adult, I was fake. I was faking around people that I know didn't like me, but I didn't want them to know that I knew that they didn't like me.
And that it
So
bothered you.
that it bothered me.
Yeah.
So I was faking every time I went in. Let me tell you, that girl is not here. She does not live here anymore. But I was that person.
Fake don't live here anymore.
Fake don't live. It is what it is. If you can't handle, I
I've
was
dealt
that
with
person.
That too, 'cause
yeah.
I recently have dealt with people who don't like me, and I'm pretty likable. So pretty shocking. You've never dealt with that before. Never really dealt with this since elementary school. So I'm like, okay, weird. And so, I find myself, even now, I'm not fully healed. I'm not a perfect person. I find myself now even being fake. And I do think sometimes you have to save face, right? Like in a work setting, right? If I've dealt with
That's in work.
I used to blow up
Yeah.
on coworkers. Like when I worked at Chipotle, I stormed out of there. I screamed at somebody with a line full of cuss. I've been that person who's like overly reactive. So I've now learned to like kind of pull that back, which can be seen as fake, right? I'm not even just talking about work, but sometimes you have to fake it a little bit to save face. But I know that my poker face is not good. My face says it all. So if I'm saying, "Hey girl, you look cute today." Whatever.
I will say what you're saying. Anybody who's worked in customer service, has been fake.
Yeah, 1,000%. Yeah, absolutely.
Able to like wear a different mask to your advantage. I think it can work in different ways. So I'm a big proponent of I'm not perfect. I've been fake. I've been the bad person. I've been the bad guy. I've been toxic. You know. So, but sometimes you have to in this world that we live in.
But I do think that you mature in that, and what that means is not being so reactive to you to your own detriment. So I'm being fake. Okay, I'm coming to see you guys, and we probably still have that same type of a relationship. You probably feel the same way you feel. I still feel the same way I feel. But what I'm not doing anymore is letting you control my emotions.
Causing problems.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to be fake to avoid conflict.
What I can do is I can show up. I can truly enjoy myself because I can say hello. I can do what I got to do, but I'm not letting you control my emotions.
I want to propose another idea too. So back to ourselves being fake, right? How do you... I think a lot of us in this room can relate to being kind of the life of the party or being the one that like brings the energy. You know what I'm saying? So how do you continue that when you're not feeling like the life of the party?
That's a good one.
You're crying in your bed. You know what I'm saying? You're dealing with stuff that something's weighing heavy on you, but you have to put on that face.
You have to show up.
Yeah. So what does that look like for you guys?
For me,
I think that's Brother Carter.
Too,
that
in the morning, early in the morning.
He's not that
You know,
person.
you have to be that fake person.
He
Everybody,
is not that
good
person.
morning, I am. Hey, how y'all doing?
Right.
You have to.
Not a morning person.
Me either. I'm like, hey.
But Lawrence, since you're bringing that up about being, how do you? Can you answer that question outside of just the morning?
You know, sometime, you know, when I come on this show called Love and Victory Show with Val, y'all know that show.
Yeah.
And sometimes it be early in the morning. I'm not quite
There yet.
energized.
What kicked you? How do you do it?
And so it just takes certain things, I guess time. It take a little time for me to warm up to what's going on. I might be still on last night or something.
What happened last night?
No.
Nothing.
No.
I think sometimes
Have a cocktail or something?
sometimes you can't put on that fake face.
Right.
Sometimes it's quite literally impossible, and that's when you call into work and you say, I need a me day.
Yeah.
I can't do it today. There's no fake face putting on. But most of the time, you can't do that every day, you know, if you're going through a phase in life. So, how do you do that? Is it just time? Do you have to tell yourself something? Do you have to pray?
Well, I guess you do, you know.
Yeah.
Because you have to get past the moment.
How
you
do
know
you
have
get
to
past it? That's what we want to know. I need to learn from you today. How do you get past that early 8 o'clock
Christina,
morning?
what's she talking about?
How do you get? I'm gonna tell you.
She wants you to say something like,
how do you get past that early morning when you have to show up on that other show?
Yeah.
And you want to come, but you're just not there.
This is what I have worked for me.
Okay.
Songs come to my mind, maybe. It might be a song that comes to my mind. It might be like this morning, A Gentle Smile from Miley came in, and I didn't feel like it, but when I saw her, she smiled and she was embracieve and she was happy, and then that rubbed off on me.
It gave you the energy that you needed to refuel.
Smile. Yeah. Okay.
Because Go ahead.
No.
Because that's something for me. I always if people who know me, you don't ever see me in a bad mood.
Never.
You don't ever. Even my closest friends, they don't ever see me in a bad mood, like back home and stuff like that. Ever, because. And it's hard. I mean, but it's just like something that you just adapt to. Like I know I have to show up, and I'm known for this personality that's here. But
you don't feel it.
I don't feel it. I don't feel it all the time. Yeah, I just do. Like I don't have anything
It
like
just come natural.
because even this morning, like I was having trouble and I was just feeling discouraged, you know, having the negative thoughts, like you should just stop this. Like, what are you doing? Like, nah. Like, you know, heavy. And so it's just like, all right, cool. You still gotta, hey, how y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? You show up, but eventually, you know, you get into it. Yeah. And it's just, you know, cool, but it's just things that you have to learn.
What happens when you don't get there? I guess that's my question because
It's gonna be trouble.
Yeah,
trouble.
I don't think.
have you ever, full transparency, I've tried everything. I'm just going to
You
say
just can't shake it.
I cannot shake it. And that's when I have to tap out. You know, literally when I've done everything I could to kind of get myself there so that I'm not spearing out and going off on other
She
people.
do that often at my family reunions.
Yeah, sometimes you need to recenter yourself. Sometimes you need
At
to.
my family gatherings, and she tends to.
She's
It's time for
triggered.
me to go.
I've gotten better though. Well,
I'm tapping out. I'm gonna go long.
Really quick, I want Molly to answer this because I see Molly very much. Y'all know Molly in the radio. I know her outside of this. Right?
yes.
She is very much that person that brings that energy to the room.
Okay.
Very much. And I think people lean on that, rely. They're like, well, Molly's
They're
going to be there.
relying
She'll
on-
bring the vibes.
Yeah.
So how do you, and I wonder sometimes, like, how do you stay so positive?
Because I love people. I love people. And I love making other
You love
people
life.
feel good.
Yeah.
Like that's what my joy in life
And
is, when I can
that
make
fills
other
your
people.
cup.
Yeah, when I
Yeah.
can make other people feel empowered or feel inspired or just feel happy. Like that that brings me. And so when I'm not feeling it, if I'm around other people, there's still that drive that like, okay, I may not be getting it myself, but I can give to other people.
And then that in turn will heal
Give it you.
too.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And
That's
beautiful.
good. And I
That's
think that
real
may
good.
be the thing for me because I love people. I love being around people. I love the energy. I love upness. And I think that's what kind of like fuels me because, it's like, oh, hey,
Yeah.
how you doing? It's
Yes.
like, hey,
What happens
It
if
changes.
I love people too, but if I'm not feeling it, I'm not feeling it. What can y'all do to help me? I need help.
I
Well,
think
you don't
sometimes
have
it's
to be
okay.
a crab that pushes the other crab out of it. We talked about that. You got to be the crab that pushed the other crabs out of the bucket.
But what if
And-
I'm the crab that need to be pushed out the bucket because I have no strength to push anyone because this space that I'm in right now, this environment that I'm in right now is so toxic for me.
Yeah.
That's unhealthy
Yeah.
and I need some help.
Okay.
yeah.
So oftentimes, a lot of the people who are like the positive force for others,
Yes.
people aren't giving the same energy to them because they always see it as like, oh, we can always count on this person to be happy.
Yes.
And then when you are not at your fullest, when you are not at 100%, people don't necessarily see that or understand.
Yeah.
Why I'm not
So sometimes like you have to literally tell people like, I need this
Yes.
or I need space or I...
Exactly. 'Cause
That's
And it sucks because like you would intuit that and like understand, but
Oh my God.
I have to break
need to
that
be
down
reminded
recently.
before we
And
do
I
that.
had to really explain that to my mom a few months ago. And I was like, I cannot handle it right now. Like, literally, I'm about to kill myself. Like, I'm literally, and she's not really connecting with it because it's me. I'm always up. But it's like, no, listen to me. I'm not here.
right now.
Trust me. And it's a lot because I take a lot from my family. Like, a lot of times they have all these different problems going on. And, they'll talk to me because I'm always mediator, always looking at things positive, trying to give them the word and everything. And I think sometimes it can be heavy on you,
Yes.
subconsciously.
What you think happens when you could constantly put trash into a trash can?
Right,
to
absolutely.
stink.
Absolutely.
No, get in.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, it does.
But you can't. You're not a trash can, so you shouldn't allow people to just continually.
Dump on you.
And
But the flip side of
sometimes
that, everybody's not built the same. This is what I talk to you about all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody deals with things differently. And when you try to put a person in a box of where you are
Mm-hmm.
and expecting them to handle things the way you do, that's unfair to the other
But
person.
you ask for guidance, right?
Well, I got it. Shamala just told me.
No, but you ask for guidance, and because you're in a place where I just can't get it right.
No,
You have to-
I can get it right. I don't want to be here anymore. Time to go.
Yeah.
If I get
that's
to
all I was saying though. You have to get to a place where you
Toxic.
don't let people continue to drop junk all up on you because what they putting in you is really
It's
affecting
toxic.
you.
yeah, it's
Yes.
affecting
It's
you.
affecting you.
That's
And
why you
so
have to exit.
You have to do Abigail's favorite scripture.
What is
in
it?
the Bible?
Be transformed.
From Romans chapter 12.
Say
You
it.
have to remind yourself of this, and
Yeah.
you have to rethink things in life.
I know.
And you have to encourage
And what
yourself.
the Lord told me, this is how He's helped me
How
to
he
be able.
helped you?
That's why I'm a much more joyful person when I go around. What He's helped me to do when it's like that, and I see myself, and I've done everything that I can humanly do, and I've given it to Him, and it's still not shifting. It's time for me to tap out and leave and not feel guilty, because if I stay there because it makes other people feel comfortable, it's only going to hurt me more. So you have to give people grace and that respect and that ability to do it, because how you function is different than the way I do. We can't start building people to be like you, because we're all different. And I think we spend so much time trying to tell other people this is how you should be, because that's how you're built, that you forget about the person, and that person feels that you're not even validating how they feel.
So let me ask you a question.
Sure.
How do you help somebody how do you help someone
Who can't
feel
see
better,
the picture, like who can't see the full picture, maybe?
that's broken? Say you're broken. How can you help somebody that's broken when all you have is what you know, right? All you can give is what you have. And so when someone is trying to give you when you're already broken and you're not receiving what they...
But I don't necessarily know if that person is broken, or they're just saying, this is how I am. This is healthy for me to be able to survive and thrive in this situation. So they may have come out of the broken stage, but the situation never changed. So this is how they cope with the situation, because it's important for them to be there for a reason, because if not, they would not even be going in that. So they have gotten to a place that it's important for me to be there. It's important for them to engage. But when they get to a place that they say, you have to just respect that.
And off the personal level. We don't want to be on the personal
No,
level.
that wasn't personal. That was fact.
I'm just saying, off the personal level. If I'm feeling some kind of way about something, I'm in the environment, I feel some kind of way about the situation.
Yes.
I cannot rely on Molly's, hold on, let me finish. I can't rely on her smile every time to fix that situation.
Right. 100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You have to find it within yourself.
Somewhere I got to find, especially if Christina ain't said nothing to me. She just looked at me. But I'm feeling some kind of way because of yesterday. You know? And so today I see it again, and I'm feeling yesterday, and I don't want to be around. Wait a minute, let me finish.
Keep going, Brother Carter.
Don't mess up the segment here.
Go ahead on, brother.
I'm walking right now.
Wow.
And so, because I say, let's take it, we don't want to take it on the personal aspect. We want to keep it unpersonalized. And so how do I get past that situation other than encouraging myself to? She gonna be around, right? She's in the environment, so I can't let that Christine being in the environment stop me from having any kind of peace or joy within myself.
Right.
Am I making sense?
Yeah.
Yes. I think it's easier said than done. If you have someone you love who's going through a hard time, maybe they're staying in an abusive relationship, maybe they're just not cleaning up their act or whatever, you can't let that impact you, because they have to come to that decision themselves. So if you're the person who needs healing, you, like I said, it's easier said than done, but you have to find it within yourself. People are not guaranteed to stay in your life.
Right.
Not a husband, not a child, not a wife, not family, not a best friend. Nobody is guaranteed to be in your life forever. So if your happiness and your livelihood is relying on another person, I think it's important to lean on people when you have them.
Yeah, when you have to.
But if you don't have that in your core, you're going to be lost. You're always, and then you're going to exhaust the people around you,
Right?
Because they're constantly needing to uplift you and feed into you, and you have to find that in yourself. And whether that be therapy, maybe that's a hobby, maybe that's you have to find it in your own way, and it's a journey.
Be ye transformed.
Be ye transformed. Maybe you need to go to church a little bit more. Because if you feel like, because I'm the type of person I do feel like I need someone to lean on. And, if you don't have a physical human being, I think that's why a lot of people turn to church and turn to God, because that is someone that is always going to be there. It may not be a physical person that you can touch and see, but that is that stability that I think so many people need.
I'm so proud of what my baby has come. I tell you, she has come so far.
Oh, faith in the Lord and stuff.
Cry.
This is from a ex-atheist.
I tell you, it makes me want to cry just to see how far
Yeah.
you have come.
Yeah.
This
She's a
was
church girl now.
non-believer. This was when she came here, that was a non-believer. I am so proud of you.
Thank you, Miss Carter.
I am so. It makes
As
me.
a person who's been lost, though, like, at some point it only made sense to me. I'm like, if I can only rely on myself and I'm not reliable, who else can I rely on?
That's
Yeah.
what's so beautiful about you. You're so open and honest about yourself.
Yes.
Thank you.
That makes you a beautiful person. Not that you're already beautiful, of course.
I think the important thing, and it just jumping
Yeah.
in anybody, I think the important thing why she feels so comfortable with being open and vulnerable about herself is because she's in a safe place.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think this safe place have given her the opportunity to go through that journey, whatever it looks like.
Yeah.
And I think, and without trying to judge, tell, or just walk. And so it's bringing it back full circle. We didn't say to Abigail, you got to do it this way, got to do it this way, got to do it this way. We just put it out there and led by example. And I think a lot of times what we want to do when you see someone hurting, you want to give them your fix versus allowing that person, just be who you are.
I struggle with that. When I see someone who's maybe not in a good space or something, I am a person who gives unsolicited advice.
Right.
And so I'll tell them, you need to do this, this, and this because that's what I would do.
Yeah.
And I get upset, especially when it's someone close to me.
That's
I get
giving it
upset
to
when
you.
they're not doing it.
Yes.
When they're
Yeah.
not doing what I'm like, well, I gave you all the tools.
Yes.
Right.
And
This
but I'm
on
not
you
a
is something-
savior.
Right.
I'm not a savior. I'm just a human being.
Yeah.
I'm
Trust it.
flawed. I'm
on.
not perfect.
Come
I don't know
on
what
now.
I'm talking about most
girl,
of the time.
You preaching, girl. You
Matter of fact, if
preaching.
you're listening to me, I don't know, Google it because I take it with a grain of salt.
You say, I'm just like you, a sinner saved by grace.
No, like you said earlier, we only know what we experience.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
so I may think I'm the smartest person in the world because in my head, my world revolves around me. So of course I know everything because I only know what I know. And so if I'm going to you and saying, well, you need to do this, you need to do this, a completely different experience, a completely
That
different
part
life.
right
And a
there.
completely different path.
Yeah.
You're not going in the direction that I was going in.
Right.
So it's different for you.
Everyone's dealt different cards.
And I think that we have to really, as people, and please jump in. I don't mean to be. This is personal for me, and I have no problem with saying it's personal for me. We have to stop trying to force how our experiences and what we've been through on someone else and telling them, if you just do it this way, then you're going to be okay. No, respect where they are. Be there to be the support if they reach out to you, but stop giving unsolicited advice and judge. Because what it is judging that person. When you think you're not judging, you're judging them because that's how it's being received.
Yeah.
So that's just
I
my
think
little
that's,
piece.
That's the
Yeah,
line
that's
where,
true. I agree with that.
where it comes between sympathy and empathy, where like you're showing sympathy, like, oh, okay, that's bad for you, but why don't you do this?
Right.
Instead of empathizing and saying like, okay, tell me more about it. Like, let's just talk about it. You need to
Yes.
talk about it. It's empathizing and
even a therapist
helping them.
lets you come to the conclusion themselves. They don't tell you what to do.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
And as people, as friends, we're not therapists, right?
Right.
But if you're trying to empathize,
Yes.
let them come to it
Yeah.
themselves.
Let them
Yes.
talk it out.
Be a support, be a shoulder to cry on.
Yes.
But giving them a step by step, anybody can
Nobody's
Google a
gonna
step
take
by
a step
step.
by
And all you're doing when you do that is making them stay in that space longer.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
causing more, tension,
Anxiety.
anxiety, toxicity.
Yeah.
We
I
can
think
talk-
it's pressure.
Yeah, jump in.
I was just going to say, I think a good phrase that I think I've heard a lot of social workers use is like, are you looking for solutions or for comfort?
Damn right.
And I think that that's like a very quick and easy thing that we can all kind of put in our pockets when we're confronted with that situation.
Right.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
the impulse to help can be
Yes.
so strong.
Yes.
And sometimes people are looking for advice.
Yeah.
But to clarify before you start
And I
making
started
the
doing
assumption.
I started doing that. Like when people call with their issues or problems and they're like, what do you think about this? And I said, well, are you looking for an honest opinion? Are you
Or do
looking
you
for my
want me to
opinion?
just be
Or
supported?
do you want me to support you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes people say, no, I just want you to support. And I was like, okay, run
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And like, okay, girl. Oh, wow.
Yeah, girl, he was wrong.
Yeah.
I told you that bitch was crazy.
That's how it is, you know?
So I think that this was really good to get us to the point of just respecting, and I'm not taking over your show.
Go ahead, girl.
Today, so. But
your
I think
network.
it's a good segue in respecting people where they're at versus telling them where they're at and what they need to do. And they should be over it by now. They should not be there because you don't know where they came from, what that trauma that was inflicted on them did to them. And maybe they are coming out of it. But this may be the tool that God gave them to be able to move past it. And that is when something is taking you back to where you've been, you have to learn to deal with that in a way that is not disruptive to you or to the situation.
And I think that goes back to being the healthy kind of faith, right? Just to kind of
Say, how did you get Val a picture on your phone?
She's the biggest fan. I think that goes back to, like we said, like being fake. You know, sometimes you have to be fake with your friend. You don't have to voice every opinion you have.
Right.
Sometimes
every
it's
feeling.
better. I don't know if I said this on this show or the last show, but sometimes a lot of my problems would be solved if I just shut up and didn't say something, if I was a little fake.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you speak up too much and that causes problems.
Yep.
Yeah.
We have to
Real
learn
good.
how to
This is
listen
good.
more,
This was a good show.
This was.
Sometimes you have to be fake and act like you're listening, and
That too. Yeah.
That's
Is that what you're doing, Brother Carter?
especially you men out there. When your wife, your woman want to talk,
that's why the camera
you
went off
just
on you.
look and just listen.
Yeah. Like sometimes, you
You
know,
gotta fake it sometimes.
a smile and nod.
And I'm good for that. I'm like,
You have to fake it sometimes.
literally, girl.
You just say that.
Because I mean, it's football on, and you want to talk.
And
I
you want to
gotta,
go
I gotta
watch
fake
football.
like we listening now.
You're digging yourself in a hole.
I do it all the time.
Yeah.
Let's see him come
I'm
up.
honest though.
He's not fake. He's
I'm
being
honest.
so
I'm
real
honest.
right now. Maybe we should be a little fake
And
right now.
when I be saying stuff, I be really talking to an audience.
Yeah.
He does.
I'm not just trying to heal myself.
Okay.
I'm
That's
really
good.
talking
That's
to
good.
an audience. So.
Yeah.
You know, we got 80,000.
85, I think now.
85.
We're close to
See,
it.
that's a lot of people that
90
need
million.
to hear.
That's right.
Yeah.
So in other words, what you're saying is you're trying to pour back into other people. And I'm saying the way we do it, the way I do it, is I'm not going to pass my experience on someone else. I'm going to share it, but I need you to know that it's safe for you to go through it the way you need to go through it. Just know that I'm here if you need me to lean on my shoulder.
And that we all go through it.
We all go through it.
I've went through it. That was my experience. And it's okay for you to have your experience and go through whatever it is
Yes.
that you're going through.
It doesn't make you a weak or a bad
And if
person.
you have
Any
if
less.
you're not going through, just wait.
Yeah.
It's
coming
coming
back
You're going to go through it.
It's coming back around.
coming.
Yeah.
You know, so the moral of the story is sometimes we have to fake it, right?
Yes.
And it's okay.
The moral of the story is every season there are hurricanes that are coming.
Oh,
They're coming.
somewhere.
Whether you want it to or not.
Every
They
season
are
or
coming.
hurricane season.
Every season. You know what I'm saying.
Every season is coming.
Yeah, every year, every season, those hurricanes are going to come into your life. And now, depend on how you handle those hurricanes, are you preparing yourself for those hurricanes?
Because they're going to
the
come,
winter.
'Cause they're
whether you're
coming.
ready or not.
They're
Right.
coming.
Yeah.
And so, what I'm saying is, when those hurricanes, you know they're coming, start preparing your heart and your mind so you can be ready when it show up.
Yeah.
And how
you're not
you
affected.
prepare yourself may not be how the other person prepares
I
themselves.
say no. I say
I'm not talking
prepare
about you.
yourself. Period.
No, I'm not talking about you because I agree with what you're saying. But what I'm saying is how you prepare yourself may not be the way Molly prepares herself or the way you prepare yourself. But we do have to prepare ourselves.
But I don't care how you
Yeah.
prepare
You
yourself.
got to prepare
yourself.
yourself.
The
Prepare.
hurricane is
It's
coming.
coming.
Yeah, it's
Period.
coming.
In
Yeah.
the day, in the story,
Yeah,
it's coming.
catch
I
that.
think I'm at that point in my life where I know the routines that I have are always God first, right? Like this morning, right? You guys know I'm in my 5 a.m. drive.
Yeah.
This morning I was like, oh, I don't want to get up. I'm tired. I want to keep sleeping. But once I say my gratitude prayer, I'm like, okay, I'm in it. I gotta go. I gotta
Ready
today.
now.
I have something to learn, to do, to be, to create. So I have to go.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
And that's how I start
Something
my
to
day.
be.
Be, create, learn, and do.
Oh, I love it.
And you don't know how you impact people. Like, on your worst day, you're putting on a fake face.
Yes.
Somebody's going to look at you and be inspired by that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love
Someone's
that.
going to look at you and be like, and
How did she
not
get
even
through
know
that?
what you're going through and be inspired by your positivity. And so that also makes an impact.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Molly looked like she got something. Molly looked like she got something to add on here.
She is a prime example
Yes.
Of that person.
of that individual, that's able to turn that smile on and joy on.
It just draws
and
everybody
you be
in.
looking
Yes.
at her like, but if we really listen to your story, I bet you'll have us in tears, crying behind all that you've been through in your life.
Why don't you give us a little bit?
No, I'm just saying on the other side.
No, because it's inspiring. Because I need it right now. Just give me a little something right now that's gonna make me say what I'm going through right now.
Yeah. Well, so
Whatever
just,
you wanna
so
give.
I'm sorry, I'm
no,
sorry,
you're
Lila, I
fine. You're
didn't
fine.
mean it.
So to be very vulnerable, I actually live with depression. I've had depression since I was 16, and it's been extreme at times.
Yes.
And there have been times in my life where I have not wanted to be here.
Flatline.
And yet, like, I've gone to places and people are like, oh my gosh, you're so joyful. You're so like happy. You're so, and so there's always, so when you were talking, I was thinking about Robin Williams and how, he took his own life, and he was talking, I don't know if you need trigger warning, probably for this episode. Then
I can edit it. I can edit it.
But so, but he talks about how, a lot of the people who are the most uplifting, a lot of people who bring joy to those around are those who are like hiding their own sorrows.
Yes.
Yeah, just like the other comedian that just passed. What's his name of
Comedian.
I know you're talking about.
the movie guy? Yeah, he's a comedian off of what's the show? Dog it.
Bernie Mac?
No, he was on one of those, not Cheers, one of those, I can't think of the name of the show. I know what he's
You
talking about.
talking about? Okay, I know what you're talking about.
He
was
got
an overdose or
addicted,
something like that?
overdose or something like that.
Oh yeah, Chandler.
Yeah,
Friends.
from
Chandler
Friends.
from
Chandler,
Friends.
Friends,
Friends,
yes.
So you're right.
Yeah.
It's the people that are the most happy and bubbly type of people.
Well, it's not even the people that are always positive for everyone else. That's where those are the people that get those strong friends, those strong people. Those are the people that get missed the most.
Yeah.
Because they give what they need.
Yes.
They give
Yeah.
most of what
What
they
they
want
need.
and what they need.
Yes, and so they're always missed because you're so used to them being here, and when they get to that place, Molly, thank you so much for saying that, because sometimes you don't even know you're in that place.
And it's like it's quicksand.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You don't realize until like you're you're already buried and you're
Yes.
like, wait, how did I end up
How
here?
did I end up here?
Yeah, because it's not something that happens immediately.
And it's
Most
not
of the
even a
time it's-
warning sign.
Yeah.
There's
No,
nothing
like, all
saying
of a
you're
sudden-
going too far. You're at the edge. It's nothing like that. It just kind of.
Yeah.
It just happens. Yeah.
So thank you, Molly. Your honesty, your just the ability to just be that bright star.
Aw.
This morning you were the bright star. My sister over here is always. Yesterday she was that prayer warrior, and you came in like the bright star. So thank you. And my husband gave me that shoulder to lean on.
Molly, give us the others
To you. Yeah, seriously.
Yes,
And I wish you all the best.
Oh God.
We love.
Yes.
You get that 100-fold.
I know. It's already.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go. Wrap it up.
So our camera went out, Brother Carter. Do you want to close us out?
So thank you for tuning in to another episode of Tasteful and Toxic. We talked about fake people. We talked about people. And so, thank y'all for tuning in. God bless you. We love you. Until the next time. Adios, amigos.
Woo!